Okay, hello, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done one of these live videos, so hopefully you will enjoy it. I don't seem to be looking straight at the camera, even though I am. That's so weird. Maybe, anyway. um, so I'm doing this video to talk about why your likes or your views or any of those numbers from anything online really doesn't matter. Whether you get a like on a tweet, whether you get a like on a YouTube video you produced, any of those things, it just doesn't matter. So, where to start? So I'm going to kind of describe why it's not all that important to me. I describe myself on Twitter. I just barely got on as a very just an unpopular YouTuber because very few people watch my stuff, and I don't seem to be doing anything too wrong per se. I mean, it's not perfect, but what is? So it is questionable why my stuff doesn't do as well as I think it should. So for me personally, if I get more than 10 people who watch one of my videos, I'm happy. I mean, that's a lot for me. Usually, one or less than one is actually quite common for me. So, go figure. So, I'm going to get a little bit personal into my own personal life to kind of explain why it's not that big of a deal if you don't have a like or you don't have, as many views as you think you should on whatever online thing you're doing. So, I'm making this in the month of November. Now, November for me is my PMS month. Now, before you get really, really mad at me for using that terminology, let me dispel a bit of a myth. Guys have emotional cycles in the same way that women do. It tends to be a little bit different for guys. It tends to be more subtle and harder to notice and see when guys go through this sort of emotional cycle. And partially is guys in today's society, where even though society says we can show emotion, a lot of us don't quite trust us, and as we can see in a lot of media and a lot of things online, guys who show emotions tend to pay a price for it. It tends not to be all that great for them. So we kind of pull back and hide the emotions, and so oftentimes they'll come off as, oh wow, this guy's a really big jerk today, not, and most people don't react like, ooh, he's on the downside of an emotional cycle, we should, really give him some chocolate. No, that doesn't happen to us, no. So, yeah, we do have these emotional cycles, and one of mine for me is in the month of November. And the reason for that is because it's what's known as an anniversary month for me. Basically, something traumatic happened to me in November when I was a child. And as a result, my emotional state tends to be on the downside when November comes around. So live and learn. That was when I was 7, my mother left my father just a few days before Thanksgiving. So, that would upset anybody. So I tend to be on a down cycle. And actually this year, I'm on a little bit more of a down cycle. It's been kind of a bummer of a month thus far. I am looking forward to Thanksgiving, though, so there's always a silver lining. But one of the reasons, my girlfriend, I had a long-distance girlfriend, and I basically have not heard from her since Halloween, which, yeah, usually we text, sometimes every night, but usually every couple of nights we'll text back and forth, and she has not texted to me, she has not responded to anything I've texted to her. Even when I texted, I'm really worried about you, can you let me know you're okay? No response. Which is like, dude. Finally contacted a mutual friend, and the friend assured me that she was okay, which I was glad, but it's also one of those things where it's like, okay, but she's too busy to just tell me she's still alive. So it's one of those emotional bummer moments. So finally, actually just the other day, just basically sent her a text saying, okay, apparently we're taking a break from each other, and, let me know if, when you want this to end. And haven't heard from her since, and don't expect to. So, yeah, and, even though I was 99% sure it would come to that, and I'd emotionally prepare myself, it still hits you. It's, you know, it's an emotional thing. It hits you, and especially on a month when I'm kind of on my down cycle, it really hits you. But you know, earlier I did, you know, some good stuff. I did some shopping therapy, which can work if you remember two rules. Two rules to remember. One, don't do it too often. It's like it kind of works like any other medication. If you do it too often, it'll lose its efficiency. And two, plan it out. Don't just go out and randomly spend money. Think about what you're going to spend your money on and what you're going to buy. Otherwise, you'll end up with a new car and no real way to pay for it. That's an exaggeration, but that's kind of how it works with shopping therapy. So, you're probably wondering why I'm telling you all this fun stuff when I'm supposed to be talking about like views online and YouTube views and whatnot. And the thing about it is like, why should I be so concerned about something so small as how many people are watching my videos when I have all these other issues and problems to deal with? And not every month is as dramatic for me as November, but, you know, I do have more important things to be doing, both positive and negative. You know, I have a lot of friends at church. I make fudge for my church and bring it every Sunday to church, bring it and give it out to people, and a lot of people really like that. That's actually something I think is quite important for me to keep on doing. And, you know, and I think that's the thing. No matter who you are, what you are, you're going to have both of these things in your life. You're going to have some emotionally traumatic things that have happened to you, emotional things that you're dealing with that may not be all that fun or all that enjoyable to go through. But you're also going to be having all these good things that not just happen to you, but that you happen to other people, that the good things you do happen to other people. That sounds a lot better when I say it like that. But yeah, you do good things that help other people, which is actually a lot better than having other people do nice things for you, strangely enough. It's when you're out there helping someone, that actually lifts you up. You know, just as much... Yeah, I'd say they're about equal. Just as much as somebody randomly doing something really nice for you, you doing something really nice for other people and helping other people out lifts you up too. So you've got all this stuff going on in your life, all these, you know, great things that you're out there doing. And if you don't feel like you're out there doing it, one, talk to your friends, see if they appreciate anything you do. And honestly, if you can't find anything, go out and find some good stuff to be doing, because that's how life works. You do good stuff for other people and you somehow magically feel better. It's amazing. Anyway, that's kind of just my little take on why not getting so many views or likes or whatever it is you get from your electronic media isn't that bad of a thing. You can do it and enjoy it. So anyway, like and subscribe if you like this, or don't. It really doesn't matter. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, or maybe I won't. Bye. Maybe bye.